Hello, dear one. Let's see. What do I want to share with you today? It's really about making ourselves available for these new frequencies that we are really, really steeping in right now. And these energies that we are moving towards, as the new earth is embodying herself in a new way. It really is an invitation for us to jump on that frequency, on that flow. What is this flow? I mean, why would you jump on something if you don't know what it is? Well, from my experience, it is an extension of what most of us long for in our hearts. That is what we will be jumping into. And it looks like we're jumping out into it from here, but that's just some metaphoric gestures that I'm making. In order for us to become a drop in this flow, in this divine, fulfilling oceanic flow, we need to we need to become that drop that we want to be. So I remember years ago when I did my first retreats. This is probably 10 years ago, maybe more, with Dr. Joe Dispenza. And I realized that the future self that I want to create, I cannot do it from my current state of consciousness and try and create something different, because they're two different frequencies. And the one that I want to create from, we can call it, it's a lower frequency. It's all a matter of words and semantics. But this is not high enough to become this. If I want to live a new life, I have to be that. So how do you do that if you are identified with being this? How do you suddenly make that leap? So what we do is we try and change ourselves and improve ourselves and raise our frequencies. And we do all these things, which can be very, very helpful. I know they are, because it helps us at least to disidentify more with these lower frequencies. There is a willingness and a longing in us to be done with this so we can enter this. But what I realize, especially when we do, you may have done these yourself, the walking meditations from Dr. Joe also, you basically walk as your new self, as your future self. You walk, with bounds, with an open heart, with a joy. You are doing your best to become that, or to be that consciously, what you want to become in the future. Because there's not a way to go from here to here, because they're different. This will continue here. This will keep waiting for us to say, okay, I'm done with this. I'm going to jump in here now. So we have to start practicing. There is a practice there, I guess, to feel what is it like? Who do I need to be? And what do I need to leave behind in order to be this, right? I can't bring this in here. I can't create this from here. We have to leave this behind. And then who we truly are, our essence, our I am presence, that is now able to embody, express a whole new way of being. This is not happening overnight for most. It does for some. But I think we have a lot of blocks and resistances and beliefs that we can't do that. Because from here, it seems impossible right? It's like, but I'm this. How can I be that? I don't know how to do that. And we try, but we're trying in that same energy. Whereas we need to make ourselves available for this one. So you see, it's different to try and change and effort and whatever, and then instead letting it go and then open up to this. It's almost like we let this come to us. So there's quite a leap there. The biggest leap is to learn to let go of all that we're not and all the beliefs that are holding that in place and that are preventing us from moving to a new way of being. So it is definitely a journey, but there is something really important about becoming that and pretending you already are. What would, who do I need to be? How do I need to feel when I'm here? How would I experience that? When I'm here, what does it feel like to finally be out of this one? Relief, right? Joy. It's like, oh, finally, I'm out of it, celebration. That is the new energy. It's a much more alive, real and true energy than this heavy, limited one, restricted one. So we have to find a way to, pretend. Yeah, pretend is a good word. Um, here's the kicker though, which really shifted something for me too, and every time I'm being reminded of it, is that this expression, this new way of being is already here in the field. So that means that this lower frequency does not need to do anything to create this or to manifest this. This is here. It's here and it's waiting in the field. I don't know if it's waiting, it's just hanging out in the field as a possibility because the field we live in, inside and out, it's all around us. This field is unlimited, infinite potential. And you know what unlimited and infinite potential is? Just think about it, right? No limits, just infinite. So it is already here. That knowing, it always gives me a sense of relief, because that tells me that I don't need to do anything to create this or to attract it into my life. It's here. It's here. So the leap would be to say, I don't want to do this. I don't want to engage in everything this lower frequency tells me I need to do something to get there. I need to do this and that. The ultimate is that we're going to let it go, not as a spiritual bypass, though. This is important, but as a way of just softening in it. Things that I've talked about a lot on my YouTubes here. You can go back and listen to, self-love, the all formula, ALL, all, allow, listen, and love. This is how we soften this. But at a certain point, it's like, okay, I'm kind of done with that now, I really want this. And then there might be a back and forth. But the one who thinks he or she needs to create this, that is part of the frequency here, that is not able to do that. But what can I compare that with? You can't make oil out of water. It's two different things, two different frequencies. This is much thicker and, this is more fluid, different. So eventually we let go of that. And that's where the work is, right? For all of us to soften it, to let go, until you go like, Floop, you let it go. And then you go, okay, this has always been here, and it is up to me to go there, to make myself available for that. In that way, I don't know if it's attracting it. It's more like becoming it. So who do I need to become in order to live this new life? Well, the new life I want to live is open-hearted, connected, at peace. So we start like with the walking meditations of Dr. Joe that I mentioned. You start walking as if it's already here by embodying it, by feeling what it feels like. How would it feel? Who would I be when I am this that I long for? And then you practice that. And then you can also feel what a relief it is to be done with this and to finally have arrived here. That's a very strong, high frequency energy. There's this relief and the gratitude, like, ah, I made it. Oh, thank God. You are in that energy. You are living it because you are relieved that you're not here anymore. You're relieved to have made it. I think I did a video on that not too long ago. So you feel the relief and you feel the gratitude. Now you are already in it because you are grateful that you are out of this because you are in this now. So this is why gratitude is a big part of it. It's because there's the relief and the gratitude that you made it. You did it. So now you start living as if, but this is what they also say is that the mind does not know the difference between you believing it or feeling it or pretending it or if it's actually happening. So that's where we do make that little leap because the mind doesn't know the difference. So we can just start imagining, pretending, or actually really embodying the joy that we are there now. And if we can keep that going, then we are embodying this new way of being. And remember, this is already here. The infinite possibilities, the unlimited potential is everywhere. So when we become that, we are available for that specific expression. And I don't know how it all works in science and the cosmos, but let's just say it just starts becoming us because we are it. We can only become something in the future by being it now. So the two highlights for me in this is it is already here. Who you want to be, the life you want to live is already here. The reason that we feel that is because it is already here. There's nothing you need to do to create it. It is already here. Just like an open hand. Come on, I'm here. Just come. Just come. And then when we go there, there's like, oh, what a relief. What a relief. Thank you. Thank you. I feel so grateful that I'm here now. So let's just stitch that back to the new earth. The new earth is already here, everywhere, all around. You long to be in the new earth, right? There's love, connection, peace. You want that. You feel that because it is already here. So now I'm going to invite you to feel the relief that it is already here. You don't need to create the new earth. It is already here, waiting for you and me to say yes, thank you, and get on board by feeling that relief, the gratitude, whatever else comes to you when you know you are there. You have allowed yourself to land in the new earth. You have allowed yourself to be done with the old earth. You don't need to do anything to create the new earth. It is already here, waiting for all of us to get on board. You don't need to buy a ticket. You don't need to do anything, work hard to get on. No, it's just an open invitation. Come on, come on. Let yourself feel any kind of relief, joy, gratitude, whatever it is that you feel when you know the new earth is already here. And the new earth does not have lack or limitation. The new earth is a much more conscious way of the infinite possibilities that we're talking about. It's right here. So that's why you can let yourself go there with your own inner longing for your life to look in a certain way. It's all the same. It's already here. I'm curious how that lands for you, if that gives you some kind of relief to know it is already here. That specifically talks to the part of us that thinks we need to do something to get there or to create it or to make it happen. So when that comes up, we can say, I'm already here. Just come, just come. So this is a practice in letting go of trying to make it happen and do all these things and to receive. A practice to let go and receive what you long for. Let's enter this together and feel the relief that we have finally landed and are finally able to express and live what we so deeply long for.